What's going on, YouTube world? It's the one and only A-Fizzle here on this Tuesday, March 31st, 2026, Boycott Taco Tuesday. As always, that's never going to change. Hope this phone stands up as I'm recording this. I'm going to try to knock this out real quick. Hopefully it won't be a long one, but we'll see. All right, brief update, not really like a substantial update to where I'm going to name this update video, but I am going to let y'all know on a few things. First and foremost, I'm sure some of y'all may have saw the promo that I did back at back over the weekend in relations to the drink review that's projected to premiere on Friday. That video did get blocked because of the copyright. So what I've been doing this week, in fact, another video just went up today in relations to the promo. So I'm dropping promos every day this week leading up to the drink review that's projected to premiere on Friday. It's episode number 100. Like I said, I can't tell you what it is. You have to watch the video. It premieres at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central, 3 p.m. Pacific. And whatever time it is in your area, when it's 6 p.m. Eastern, that is when it's projected to premiere. So for y'all over in the Eastern Hemisphere who probably stumble across this video, it'll probably be Saturday morning. If you're up Saturday morning, please watch the premiere. 6 p.m. Eastern and probably Saturday morning your time. You do not want to miss it. There's no reason for you to miss it. I've been putting out promos yesterday. I let it be known Sunday. Put out a promo yesterday. Put out one today. There'll be one tomorrow, and there'll be one on Thursday. After that, we got episode 101. That will be premiered April 7th. That's going to be the cinnamon on the Captain Morgan pineapple orange that I tried at the Wing and Rock Fest in Canton. And then on April 13th, we'll have episode 102, which is so I'm drawing a brain fart. We have episode 102, which will be the coffee thing I tried at in Cartersville. So we got 2 more drink reviews coming up after episode 100. Everything's already locked and loaded. God forbid that YouTube takes that video down for episode 100, but I believe I can at least take out, change the intro, change the music if needed. So that's that. Wing and Rock Fest vlog. I am working on that. Hopefully I can get that up by Saturday. I got like I got the clips up. The audio's already downloaded. I got the pictures in it. All I gotta do is just kind of go over. I just gotta watch it and kind of add in some stuff when necessary. So I gotta do that. And then I also got 2 more videos coming out. And both of all music. If you saw the other short I put up over the weekends from Poor Decisions when Raheem the Dream was in town, one of those videos does involve him. He does perform. You gotta come back and watch that. Hopefully I can have all this stuff up by the 18th. That's the plan. Now, on to the video at hand. I did want to talk a little bit about this video, about this topic, you know, because I need to for cathedral reasons. Okay, so like, I don't know how people feel about things that have happened before, but me personally, I remember when I was coming up that you know, whether it's like I'm going out with my peoples, having like family trips, whatnot, and we'll talk about the past or what, you know, like the stuff we did. But like green, I'm about to get humped. But as time went on, I noticed myself over the last couple of years where I'm like, you know, yeah, it happened. Yeah, we did this, we did that, but I'm at a point to where I don't really talk about the past anymore. Like, I mean, like once in a blue moon, yeah, like if it's like a special occasion, but I'm not an advocate of really going back to what happened in the 2000 teens or the 00s or the 90s, because like for me it's like, yeah, it happened, but that was then. This is now. This is 2026. I'm focused on the now. I'm focused on what's coming up next. And if people want to be stuck in the past, then hey, that's all on them. I'm not trying to knock anybody for that, but it's just I'm just kind of over looking back, because I don't know, maybe because I'm whereas most people are like, oh, they love talking about what happened back in the day, what happened this, what happened that, and I'm an advocator of, what's next, what's coming up next here at A-Fizzle Productions, what's coming up in my life that I need to focus on. I'm a predecessor of looking forward. So, which plays into this part. I have over 1,000 videos posted on YouTube, going back to my very first video in 2008. What if I tell y'all that I don't really look at those videos like that anymore? I really don't. It's very few videos that I've done in the past that I will go back and rewatch. I'll say the Wing and Rock Festival vlogs, I would definitely go back and watch those. Clean Stones games, Carver game, high school football games in general, I should say, not just Carver. Stuff like that, I would definitely go back and watch. Maybe some outer city vlogs, like the Macon vlog or the Tuscaloosa vlog. Those are the type of vlogs that I don't mind going back and looking at them, because I was super proud of those vlogs and creating endless times. Same with the beer and wine, but it's few far between. Where some of these other videos, like some of the YouTube sports, borderline trash talk videos I probably used to do back in the day, not really back in the day, but back like 15, 16 years ago, 2010, 11, 12, I don't watch those vlogs anymore. If y'all get a kick out of those vlogs, and hey, knock yourself out, if you enjoy them, hey, have at it. But for me personally, I just kind of, it's like, I can't run from my past, because my past is my past. Yes, I was part of YouTube sports. I used to converse with people in YouTube sports. I done that. I will wholeheartedly admit I have to, because the proof is in the pudding. But I don't let me being in YouTube sports in 2010, 11, 12 define who I am today. I don't let my past define who I am today, because there's a reason why it's in the past. Certain things I've done in the past, I don't do anymore. Maybe because I outgrew it. Maybe because I got bored of it. Maybe because change of the times. And just like what I did back then is irrelevant to what is going on today. It's certain, it's some of these spots that y'all see me at around that time, some of those spots are no longer open. So it's like, at the same time, it's like, I can't create any new memories. So like, I gotta let it be. But that's why you don't really see me talk about like my personal life like that, because like, it's not, because like, what bearing does it have on 2026? You got some people who do, and hey, power to them. You got some people who are advocator of looking back, and power to them. But for me, looking back is, is one thing. When it happens, when it's fresh off the presses. Okay, yeah, man, we were just there, man. It was a lot of fun. We did this, we did that. But after a while, when people keep bringing up the same story, it gets old. Like, it's like, okay, we heard the story like 15,000 times. Like, what's more to talk about with this situation here? I mean, with this with this event, with this thing that happened back in the day. It's kind of like if, you know, if I got up here today, but like, guess what, y'all? Back in the fourth grade, I won the school spelling bee. Okay, that was cool back in at that time, but what does me winning the spelling bee in the 4th grade has to do with any bearing of 2026? Nothing. You know, or it's kind of like somebody who probably, you know, brag about, oh, I went to jail, you know, they went to prison, I served that time. Y'all not ready for that time. And it was back in the 70s or 80s or something like that. It's like, okay, you're bringing up your bad times, like when you went to jail or prison about 4 decades ago. You out now. That should be in your rear view. Well, but then again, it's like, hey, people are different. But like, if I was in those shoes, that would be in the rear view mirror. Like, I'm not here to talk about being locked up back in the 70s or 80s, or, you know, because I'm not locked up anymore. That's how I would have looked at it. But yeah, so I don't really like I said, you know, I don't really care to watch a lot of my old content anymore. And there's a couple of YouTubers who are like that. You know, they've been there, done that with the content, like the content they put out and they showcase. But it's like, but it's 2026. Does it have any bearing on this year? If not, then they probably don't care to look back or rewatch their content, you know. Well, that content, you know, it's probably like 1 or 2 vlog videos that people may look back at, but other than that, you know, if y'all want to look back in the past and watch my old stuff, that's cool. I would never take it down. I'll leave it up for memories purposes. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not here to. But at the same time, at the end of the day, it's not like, oh, I'm quick to go back to watch my old stuff, because I'm so focused on what's coming up, what's about to go down. Like I said, we just got done with the Wing and Rock Fest about a week and a half ago. This person just ran into the curb for no reason, non-driving ass. We got Cleanstone's season opener. Opening day, whatever you want to call it, that's coming up on Friday. I'm focused on that. I'm hoping that the weather will hold up, but we'll see. Like I said, you got that, and then possibly the Bluesberry Festival the week after, and then just then later on in May we got the Tacos and Margarita Festival. Now I'm hearing that it may be they may have like another festival going on the first weekend in May. So yeah, that's what I'm focused on, like stuff that's coming up. And then I got a family reunion possibly in Texas later in the year. So it won't affect these events, but it may affect the football season, because it's going to be around football time. So it may be like a week where, if I do decide to go to the reunion, it may be a week where I don't go to a football game. Some of my family members talking about going sometime in April. I don't, because my auntie birthday is coming up or something. I don't know which week yet. They haven't informed me about anything. I know they're trying to get up with me, but like I said, with Canton and all that, in St. Patrick's Day, I just haven't really been zeroing in on that. But nonetheless, I might not be on, so we'll, only time I'll let y'all know if that happens, but which could alter some events coming up in next couple weeks. But right now we're gonna say that I'm probably not gonna go to Texas. I'll probably go to Valdosta. I might go to the Cleanstone's Gate at Montgomery, but it's not set in stone. However, they do got Cleanstone's will be back in Montgomery later in the year, and they do got a trip to Birmingham coming up at the end of April. So if push comes to shove, maybe I might make the trip to Birmingham instead, and then I can always go back to Montgomery later in the year if the schedule falls right. So I haven't really looked at the schedule in full, so I don't know exactly where the Cleanstone's going to be at on the road throughout this entire year. I do know that they're starting the series at home. They're starting the year at home. They got the Chattanooga Lookouts coming into town this weekend. Then next week they'll be at Montgomery, and then they got a home series middle of April, and then they go to Birmingham towards like the 21st to the 26th. So something like that. But anyways, I just wanted to touch bases on that. Don't want to talk y'all head all too long. I got stuff to do, so let me go ahead and ride up out of here. Like I said, be looking out for all this content that I'm about to drop on y'all. It's coming. And expect more in the future. But in the meantime, y'all have a good Tuesday. We round up out this thing, and I'll get at y'all later.